secretive process of electing a new pope begins this morning.
Cardinals voting in the conclave attended a mass today at St. Peter's Basilica. And Fox 4's Dan Godwin joins us in the studio with a look at what we can expect. Dan?
Well, Lauren, the first actual vote by the College of Cardinals could happen in about 5 hours. We will see how many votes are required before the next pope is named. We have a live picture from the Vatican. The naming of a new pope is conducted with all of the pomp, drama, and solemnity that the church can muster. A mass offering guidance to the cardinals during the election process ended a little more than 2 hours ago. Now here's video of the Cardinals entering St. Peter's Basilica earlier today. 133 of them will select the next pope. They are the ones under the age of 80. Whoever receives the required 2/3 vote will be the 267th pope. Vatican support staff assisting in the process have been sworn to secrecy under the threat of excommunication. Personal cell phone signals are jammed around the Vatican to prevent any outside communication with the cardinals. There have been meetings where the cardinals discuss the church's needs and size each other up to determine who is considered pope material. Among the standouts, Italian Cardinal Pietro Parolin, the Vatican's Secretary of State and a close aide to Pope Francis. Another Italian, Cardinal Pizzaballa, the Latin Patriarch of Jerusalem, notable for his diplomacy in the war between Israel and Hamas. And Filipino Cardinal Antonio Tagle, who would be the first Asian pope.
We don't choose a pope based on continent, based on race, based on language. We choose a pope that is truly can be the successor.
The vast bulk of them are not animated by politics. They're animated by the good of the church, by discerning what the church needs.
The world will learn the results of the vote from the world's most famous chimney. It'll spew black smoke when there's no winner, white when a new pope has been elected. The last two conclaves took 4 to 5 rounds of voting. As we mentioned, the first smoke, white or black, will appear later today. The first vote by the cardinals may occur sometime around noon our time. Voting will then happen 4 times daily over the following days, twice in the morning and twice in the evening. Dan Godwin on Good Day.
Travel. Peyton.
Yes, good morning, Brandon. You know you'll have a real ID if you have one of these little yellow stars on the top right corner of your driver's license. But if you don't, you do still have some travel options. If your ID does not have that star, you could renew your license or request a replacement card. In the meantime, TSA officials say those planning to fly without a real ID are advised to bring a passport or another form of TSA-approved identification. There might be longer wait times to be diverted to other security checkpoints, but authorities ensure people will be allowed to fly. The Department of Homeland Security hasn't said how long exceptions will be available for people without a real ID. Some travelers at DFW Airport think the system will be safer for flying. Others just routinely updated their ID.
With the way fraud and everything is going, it could be, yes.
I know that my mother-in-law is traveling today, and we had to make sure she had hers updated and had to go through the process for having her updated.
The Real ID is a federally compliant license government officials say is more secure. According to Homeland Security, 81% of travelers already have it. Now, it's important to check before you leave for the airport if you do have a Real ID so you could be prepared in the TSA line. One woman we spoke with actually didn't know if she had a Real ID, and she was happily surprised when she saw that little yellow star. Reporting live at DFW Airport, I'm Peyton May for a Good Day.
A registered sex offender is facing new charges accused of exposing himself on the SMU campus. He already has multiple convictions. Fox 4's David Centendry is live with more on how SMU police tracked this guy down.
Yeah, it was a female student who reported to police that this man was exposing and touching himself while she walked by on campus, and she says it was not the first time. 37-year-old Brian Collins allegedly exposed and touched himself twice while watching an SMU student as she walked on a trail near campus. The first time happened last Monday, April 28th. It happened again last Friday, May 2nd.
You don't do that.
SMU police obtained surveillance footage after the woman reported Friday's crime. On Sunday, a detective spotted Collins on campus. Collins lives in this Pleasant Grove apartment complex. No one answered at his apartment. Neighbors, however, had plenty to say.
He is a registered sex offender.
Texas DPS records reveal Collins was convicted of a child sex crime in 2007. The victim, 7 years old. Then, in 2023, Collins was convicted of indecent exposure. Despite multiple convictions, Collins is listed as a moderate risk level on Texas DPS's sex offender registry. Collins is required to check in annually. Collins last checked in this past January.
He made a lot of people around here feel uncomfortable.
Neighbors furious to hear the latest allegations.
I'm glad he's not here, honestly.
According to an arrest warrant, Collins admitted to SMU police he exposed and touched himself while watching the victim. According to police, Collins confirmed he has done this on more than one occasion. Does it surprise you?
Nope, sure didn't.
This indecent exposure charge is a third-degree felony. Collins right now is in the Dallas County Jail, bond set at $10,000. Casey and Heather, back to y'all.
All right, David, thank you.
No, well, I still believe that, but you know, it takes two to tango, right? But no, I do. I mean, I believe it would be a massive tax cut for the Canadian citizens. You get free military, you get tremendous medical cares and other things. There would be a lot of advantages, but it would be a massive tax cut. And it's also a beautiful, you know, as a real estate developer, you know, I'm a real estate developer at heart. When you get rid of that artificially drawn line, somebody drew that line many years ago with like a ruler, just a straight line right across the top of the country. When you look at that beautiful formation when it's together, I'm a very artistic person, but when I looked at that beauty, I said that's the way it was meant to be. But you know, I do feel it's much better for Canada, but we're not going to be discussing that unless somebody wants to discuss it. I think that there are tremendous benefits to the Canadian citizens, tremendously lower taxes, free military, which honestly we give you essentially anyway because we're protecting Canada if you ever had a problem. But I think it would really be a wonderful marriage because it's two places that get along very well. They like each other a lot.
Well, if I may, as you know from real estate, there are some places that are never for sale.
That's true.
We're sitting in one right now, you know, Buckingham Palace that you visited as well.
That's true.
And having met with the owners of Canada over the course of the campaign last several months, it's not for sale, won't be for sale ever. But the opportunity is in the partnership and what we can build together. And we have done that in the past. And part of that, as the president just said, is with respect to our own security. And my government is committed for a step change in our investment in Canadian security and our partnership. And I'll say this as well, that the president has revitalized international security, revitalized NATO, and us playing our full weight in NATO, and that will be part of it.
True. And they have, I must say, Canada is stepping up the military participation because Mark knew, you know, they were low and now they're stepping it up, and that's a very important thing. But never say never. Never say never.
What would it take to get the tariffs off of Canada?
Well, we'll be talking about different things. Like, you know, we want to protect our automobile business, and so does Mark. But we want to make the automobiles, and we want to, you know, we have a tremendous abundance of energy, more than any country. We have, just in Alaska alone, ANWR has been reopened now. ANWR is probably the largest find anywhere in the world. They say it's larger than Saudi Arabia. I don't know, but it's a lot. But we have tremendous amounts of energy. Other countries don't. We're both lucky in that way. They have energy, we have energy. We have more than we can ever use and more than we could ever sell, actually, and you have the same thing. So we're two countries that are very lucky. If you look at China, they don't have that. You know, it's a big disadvantage. Other countries, most countries don't have. Most countries don't have that. So Canada and us, we have a lot of advantages over other places.
Mr. President, when you consider what Mr. Carney just said, that Canada is not for sale, does this make the discussion a little more difficult to start on?
No, not at all. No, not at all. No, time will tell. It's only time. But I say, never say never. I've had many, many things that were not doable, and they ended up being doable, and only doable in a very friendly way. But if it's to everybody's benefit, Canada loves us and we love Canada. That's, I think, the number one thing that's important. But we'll see. I mean, over time, we'll see what happens.